Howdy all and welcome to Lac Lives. I think it's time we play a little, what are we playing? Minecraft. Yes, Minecraft. You know what? I need more picks and andesite. So, I think we're going to do a little mining for some andesite today. Uh, you know what? I got andesite. Never mind. I just need picks and glass, then I got a little bit of glass here. I got enough andesite, I think, to get some more work done, but I am definitely going to need more picks, and I need to enchant those picks before I head into the nether this time. So, I have been working on this computer all day long. Let me tell you, it has been crazy. So, I, I, uh, so last episode, when I talked about what work had been done on my computer, right, I had set it up on, oh, you know what, I need, lapis, there we go. So I decided the other night that that's weird. I've never seen that before. Why isn't there a level 2? Is that a thing now? You might not get all 3? Ooh, unbreaking. That's probably what I want. Okay. Oh, you know what I don't need is, you know what I do need is I need you to be able to just leave lapis in there. That would be awesome. And here, why don't you keep my hoe? I don't need that in the nether. So, so yeah, I think last episode I talked about how I was probably going to have to reinstall everything, right? I think I mentioned that. What had happened was a complete fresh install from. I'm out of food again. I better get some food. Can't remember to check for it. I don't know. Remember those bones I threw away? I need them back so I can turn them into bone meal. I get there and fix that hole. But what happened was Windows 10 does not work with some of the software that I use in a way that works for me. Like, it runs, but it can't detect the other software that's running. And I need, especially my, oh, this is weird. Where'd all my potato plants go? Am I going to go in the nether and find out that I have no nether hub? Because I thought I had planted a bunch of potatoes out here. Remember last episode when I planted potatoes and I was starving to death? Did it undo all the work that I had done? I'm afraid there's a good chance that everything I did is gone, but I don't think those were grown up like that when I was out here last time. I'm pretty sure like those carrots over there weren't. What happened to my potato plantings? I didn't leave just one potato planting. Weird. Alright, well, yeah, and I cooked up a whole bunch of potatoes. I thought I had like 50, you know, they're probably in the chest, right? Let me plant these potatoes and go back and see if I had actually fed on said potatoes. Don't eat that potato. You put it in the ground. You put it in the ground. But so I was having issues with my my recording software not detecting the games, which kind of defeats the purpose of having the software. But it didn't happen on all games, just some games. And so I actually ended up after recording Friday's Minecraft using OBS, which I'd never used before, to record because I couldn't ever get DxStory to record. I tried for hours. I'm pretty sure that all happened after I recorded Minecraft last night. And so I ended up using OBS and recorded my System Shock 2 video that went up today. And then I went and wound up doing some streaming with Fret, and we worked on the gardening farm a little bit, played some Out Your Friends, and then okay, so yeah, nothing I did is here, because what I did was this. Dang it, man. That's really weird because why wouldn't it be here? I don't know why it's not here. Whatever. Gotta do it over. I know there's a cave down here. My chest is full of the netherrack, though, that I dug out of here. Why is the nether not... Why you gotta do this to me, game? So, anyways. Let's put the fault where the fault belongs. So Windows 10 is where the fault belongs. And okay. I can't remember. I think this is where we did this, right? And then the tunnel is going to be a 3x3, and then we have to do the outside because it's got to be filled in. Let me swap this out for some netherrack here so I can fill in holes quickly when we hit lava. And because I just did this last episode. But yeah, so I can't not, like, DxStory lets you separate your sound channels into up to 8 different sound channels. And I don't have other software to record that will do that. And so I really like DxStory because it does that, because it lets me fiddle with the sound channels to get the best possible sound from, like, my game and my mic. Well, probably even better sound than what I currently do if I would, you know, learn how to manipulate it a little better. But so today I'm like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get up today. I'm gonna reinstall from Windows 7 because that is the trick I read would fix my problems. Yeah. So I got up, I found my Windows 7 disk, I installed Windows 7, I upgraded Windows 7 all the way up to Service Pack 1. I then upgraded Windows 7 to Windows 7 Pro because I feel like I want Windows 10 Pro. Just because I had to upgrade to 7 Pro at one point because I was missing some features I had to have, and so might as well just go right back to 7 Pro and upgrade to 10 Pro, right? I mean, that makes sense. So upgrade to 7 Pro, upgrade to 10, and that upgrades into 10 Pro. All right, there's some lava. That's not where I remember lava being last time, but it's okay. And so I get that all upgraded. It's still pretty early in the day when that all happens, I think. And I was thinking, all right, it only took me like 3 hours to upgrade through those 3 operating systems and get things working. And then because I went from 7 to 10, I had installed the Windows 7 drivers for my motherboard. And one of the things on the motherboard, the network card is apparently not a standard Windows recognized network card, and so you have to have the drivers installed for it. And so obviously I had to fiddle around with that. I don't know what I wound up doing. I tried to run the straight up program that was on the disk, and it would not overwrite the Windows 7 drivers. And without network drivers, right? I can't I can't run the network, and I can't access the internet, and important things like that. And so that was one of the things I had to fiddle around with today. I finally I manually ran the network card drivers to get them to run, and so they installed, which is fine, and got that all working again, which is good. So not a huge problem there. Did take me a little bit to get them to work though, so I did have to spend like probably a good half hour fiddling around with that until it worked. And then, okay, there is lava right there. And then, and then after I got that to work, obviously then you got to update Windows 10. And so get that all updated. Start downloading some of the little programs that I didn't bother to make sure I had copies of. And got all that going. And then, so then the first thing I was going to record was Better Than Wolves. I couldn't get Better Than Wolves to work. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's right. Whoa. Nobody wants netherrack in here. Andesite. And so, whoops. So then, I have the hardest time getting Minecraft to work correctly. Whatever happened when I loaded into Better Than Wolves, instead of loading Better Than Wolves, it loaded the Better Than Wolves world, but with normal Minecraft settings. Better Than Wolves is a mod, and so without the mod stuff, it's just a weird version of Minecraft that... Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Let me back that up. Yes, I forgot an important part in there. When I started up Better Than Wolves, I couldn't move my guy. My mouse was moving my guy so fast. And so I couldn't play. It just couldn't play. Like, you couldn't move the mouse without spinning your guy around like 100 times. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's weird. And then I load up normal Minecraft, right? in 1.89, I think, and that seemed to work okay. And then I'm like, all right. So I went back uh, to Better Than Wolves, thinking maybe I just needed to reboot and whatnot, and so nope, still crazy. So then I create a new profile for 1.5 because that's what Better Than Wolves is played in, and yeah, it's the exact same thing in 1.5. And then when I load up the snapshot is weird, and when I move my mouse, the mouse keeps moving even though I'm no longer moving the mouse. And so I finally found a thing after... it's scary. Ah, dang it. Oh, you're just going to have to stay there. Oops, until I fix that. And so I finally found a thing after I feel like it was a couple of hours of fiddling with it that said it has something to do with the high resolutions, and you have to check a compatibility box for something about DPI and something. I don't know. Anyways, as soon as I checked that, all my Minecraft problems went away. But I had totally ruined my Better Than Wolves at that point. So then I'm trying to get that to work, and that's not even happening. And I don't know what I was doing wrong because obviously I had it working before, and so I don't know why, but I could not get it to work after that, no matter what I did. I wound up copying my Minecraft folder back over from the backup that I made when I reinstalled. So that must be what. See, I swear I took a Minecraft folder from the newest version, so I don't know why my Nether portal isn't done. It's weird. Potatoes weren't done either, though, so I must have just loaded up an old world, I guess. How are we doing over here, potatoes? Potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get some more andesite now. But oh, maybe I have some in here though. No. One piece. Three pieces. 3 pieces does not make it a bunch of andesite. Andesite, there's 4 more. There's a stack. We can use that. And that's stone. I thought about just using stone. Alright, I'm going to go back in with the andesite that we found and work on this some more before I head down to do some mining. So, oh, that was crazy. Like to mod Minecraft with Better Than Wolves, it's not like when you run like a launcher, right? A launcher is pretty easy to load up a mod, and it's even pretty easy to change mods using like the FTB launcher or AT launcher. And so it's not even a big deal, but to mod Minecraft itself is kind of tricky. And so with the Better Than Wolves, you have to use a program to open the Minecraft jar. Well, no, first because of the way the launcher works now. Because the first time I played, there was just a Minecraft jar. There wasn't anything else. And so you open the Minecraft. You made a copy of the Minecraft jar. I actually had a separate folder for it, and so I would start Better Than Wolves from its own folder. And then when they created the new launcher where you can have profiles, you got to create a profile based on the 1.52, and then you make a bunch of changes to that, so it becomes the Better Than Wolves version. And you have to open the 1.52 jar and add in the Better Than Wolves files and stuff like that. But no matter what I did today, I could not get it to run. Like, it would start up, but it would just be normal Minecraft, so I don't know what I was doing wrong. And, because I've done it before. And so that took me forever. And then I finally just wound up copying over my old files, which is probably why I don't have any of my Nether Hub done. And so then, when I finally got Bear and Wolves going, and made sure that everything seems to be working. I still don't have everything reinstalled, but that is what I have spent my day working on, and it has taken me all day. I had it together and was using it Thursday night, had a couple little glitches, thought I could work them out. Thought I had worked them out Thursday night, and then, come to realize, no. Glitches are still there, and they are terrible and difficult to work with. Most glitches ever, I think. No, you know what? When Windows XP updated to Service Pack 1, they broke everything. And so that was the worst. But this has been pretty bad. I've been using Windows 10 for a while now, too. So it's a little odd to me that so much doesn't work if you do a full install or a fresh install, clean install of Windows 10, and then nothing works. That all worked when you upgrade from Windows 7. So yeah, the trick is that some of the files that I'm using are in Windows 7, but they are not in Windows 10, and so it just doesn't happen. It doesn't work. Ooh, efficiency 2s. And a bunch of efficiency 1s. And so yeah, it's been a long day of, and then you get to the point where you're like, well, I've just got to go with what I got and call it good, I guess. I still got a couple of programs I need to activate. Not activate, install. I need to install my communication software I use with the Hidden Secrets group. I haven't done that yet. And here we go. That's what I need. And so that's got to come out yet. But other than that, I feel like it's pretty good at the moment. It's awesomely fast though compared to what it was before, and I'm just still so shocked. I mentioned it in my other video, but I'm so shocked at how much faster this PC is than my other one. I just don't feel like the actual numbers. I must have really damaged my processor. I had a little incident with my previous computer where the cooling system, the standard cooling system for a PC like mine, is a heatsink with a fan, and then in between the heatsink and the CPU is thermal paste, and so over time that dries out, and then once it dries out, it doesn't provide thermal transference, and so you got to replace it. And so I hadn't used, like, my previous computer was the first multi-core processor I'd ever purchased, and so before that, if your computer overheats, it shuts off. And so if you're having overheating issues, you can tell because it just shuts off. I don't sit here and run temperature gauges on my system constantly, and they don't give you any warning. There's no like little window that pops up and says your computer is reaching X amount of. You think they'd have that, but no, not unless you install something and or set some triggers or something. And so by default that doesn't happen. So I didn't know my computer was overheating, and so I don't know how long it was running. But what it wound up doing was, because it's a quad core, it was playing hot potato basically with the hot cores. And so when a core would reach 100 degrees, which is when they shut off, it would shut off, but it's still got 3 more cores to keep the computer running. And so then it would shut off that core and move everything that was on that core to the next core in line until that core got hot, and then shuffle it to the next core. And so only occasionally would I hit a point where all the cores would necessarily shut off. I know some slowing down and stuff, but as you use your computer, right, you get more and more crap running, and your computer just slows down. That's how computers work. And so I didn't know what was happening, and so I finally it started getting really annoying, and I started trying to figure out what the problem was, and discovered that it was playing hot potato. And so I had some thermal paste. I replaced the thermal paste. I didn't like the temperatures on it. I felt maybe like the fan was damaged at this point, or maybe the motor was just slowing down from old age and wear. And so I bought a different cooler and swapped it out for that. And then that ran fine for a couple of years, and then I started having overheating issues again. And but I've been tentatively worried about my computer ever since that first hot potato incident, and I feel like it hasn't run as good as it should ever since that point. And I feel like maybe there was some heat damage, and it's hard to tell because this new processor's a lot faster, gigahertz faster than my old one, and so that's a lot of extra speed in my system. And so it might just be that it's that much faster, but in my head 1 gigahertz more doesn't seem like that much, but in reality it appears to be a lot, and I love it. I mean, we're talking like 0 frame loss here, and I am rendering in the background right now. And that render is at 33 minutes right now. It says it's got 2 minutes to go, and renders normally used to take me like an hour and 45 minutes or more. So I love it. Love it. One of these days I'll get my stats up so that you can see what I'm running right now. I never put lights in this place. This place needs some lights on the inside here. But yeah, it's been a hassle though getting it going. Went with a cooler, liquid cooler this time too, which is keeping my processor insanely cool. I'm used to processors running around 45 to 65 degrees Celsius. And this thing doesn't top 30, which is awesome. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. And we just got a bunch of andesite. Like 3 stacks, it looks like. So I should be able to finish off these strips, and then obviously I've got to wait for the glass. I'm going to need to head out and get more sand. That is one of the things that I want to tap into, is I want to put another hub over to the desert yet here too. And so now that I've got this part here, I know I can figure out where to run these two and build off of them, and it should be cool. I've never done one of these before, And so I'm kind of excited to see how it turns out. It is definitely a new project for me. I don't normally... I don't know. I just, in my old world, right? In my old world we had one. It was a foot one, though. So you just ran it. Well, there were a couple of parts that we put in rails, but for the most part, you just ran it. And I didn't do all the work myself, right? Because there were other people on that map. And this one's just me. Yeah, none of those guys play really much anymore, so that's all right. It's not for everybody. Why do I only have 19 glass on me? I was gonna say, I thought I had a bunch more. So, all right, with that, I guess click like if you like, subscribe, be sure and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.